$4.3 billion. That is how much Americans over the age of 50 reported losing to fraud in 2025, according to the Federal Trade Commission's Consumer Sentinel network data. And according to the FBI's 2025 Internet Crime Report, Americans aged 60 and older alone reported $7.7 billion in losses, a 37% increase over the prior year. These are not estimates, these are reported losses, which means the real number is almost certainly far higher. The FBI and the FTC both note that fraud is significantly underreported. Most people who lose money to a scam never file a report. So when we say $7.7 billion for Americans 60 and older in a single year, we are looking at a floor, not a ceiling. This video is for educational purposes only. I am not a licensed financial advisor, insurance agent, attorney, or tax professional. Everything discussed here is general information. Please consult a qualified professional before making any financial, insurance, legal, or tax decisions. What makes this moment different from any other point in the history of financial fraud is the combination of scale, technology, and targeting. These scams are not random, they are organized, they are engineered, and the FBI's 2025 report makes clear that Americans over 60 are consistently losing more than any other age group. With an average individual loss of $38,500 among seniors who reported a loss. In this video, I am going to walk you through what the FBI and FTC data shows are the most financially damaging scams, targeting Americans in or near retirement right now, not general warnings. The specific categories, how each one actually works when it reaches your phone or your screen, and what federal agencies say are the clearest warning signs. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which scams are costing older Americans the most in 2025 and into 2026, and you will be able to recognize each one before it has a chance to work. Let us start with the category responsible for more losses than any other by a very large margin. Investment fraud is the single most financially devastating scam category in the country. Investment-related fraud alone accounted for $8.6 billion in total reported losses in 2025. That is nearly half of all fraud losses reported to the FBI that year. Among Americans aged 60 and older specifically, investment fraud was responsible for $3.5 billion in losses. That is more than any other fraud type for that age group. It often begins with a connection that feels completely normal, a message on social media, a contact through a dating app, or what appears to be a misdirected text from a stranger who quickly becomes friendly. The FBI calls this initial contact phase the trust-building stage. Over days or weeks, a relationship develops. Eventually, the other person mentions an investment opportunity. Cryptocurrency is the most commonly cited vehicle, according to FBI data. But the same structure appears in fake real estate deals, private equity platforms, and other formats. Early on, if you invest a small amount, the platform shows you gains. The money appears to grow. You can see it on a screen. This is a technique the FBI specifically documents. Victims are allowed to see apparent profits to build confidence and encourage larger deposits. In some cases, small early withdrawals are even permitted to further establish trust. And then, when a larger withdrawal is requested, the platform invents a requirement, a fee, a tax, a verification process. The money never comes back. The FBI describes this scheme as pig butchering, and cryptocurrency-related fraud overall accounted for $11.3 billion in losses reported to the FBI in 2025. To understand how organized this has become, consider what the FBI documented in 2025. Investment fraud complaints to the FBI jumped from roughly 48,000 in 2024 to nearly 73,000 in 2025. And the FBI launched Operation Level Up specifically to intervene in active cases. In 2025, that operation notified 3,780 victims who were currently being victimized. And 78% of those people did not yet know they were being scammed. The FBI estimates the operation saved approximately $225 million. That number, 78% to us, tells you something important. The platform looks real. The gains look real. The relationship feels real. By the time the deception becomes clear, the money is gone. The retirement connection here is direct and significant. Many victims of investment fraud report drawing from retirement accounts, IRAs, and 401k plans to fund these investments. When that money is gone, it is not just a financial loss. It represents decades of growth and security. Now let us talk about the second major category, because this one reaches people through something they trust completely: government and business impersonation scams, combined with tech support fraud. Government impersonation complaints to the FBI nearly doubled between 2024 and 2025. And the Social Security Administration confirmed in March 2026 that the FTC received more than 330,000 government impersonation complaints. The call arrives and your caller ID shows a legitimate-looking number, sometimes the actual published number of the Social Security Administration. The person identifies themselves as an investigator or a federal agent. The caller says there is a problem with your Social Security number. It has been linked to criminal activity, drug trafficking, money laundering, fraud. Your benefits may be suspended. Your bank account could be frozen. The pressure is immediate. They tell you not to hang up. They tell you not to tell anyone, because the investigation is confidential. And then they tell you that to protect your money, you need to move it. Withdraw cash and deposit it into a Bitcoin ATM. Wire it to a protected government account. Buy gift cards and read them the numbers over the phone. Every single one of those instructions is fraud. The Social Security Administration has stated explicitly and repeatedly that it will never call you out of the blue and demand payment. It will never threaten arrest. It will never ask you to move your money to protect it. If you receive a call like this, the SSA says to hang up immediately and call them directly at their official number, 1-800-77-21213. Use only the number from ssa.gov. The third major category specifically targets people with a computer or a tablet. Tech support and customer support scams together accounted for $2.1 billion in total reported losses in 2025. Among Americans aged 60 and older, this category produced $1 billion in losses, making it the second most costly fraud type. These typically begin with a pop-up on a computer screen, a fake security alert designed to look as though it came from Microsoft or Apple, telling you that your device has been infected or compromised and providing a number to call. The person who answers walks you through steps that ultimately give the scammer remote access to your computer. From there, they can access financial accounts, steal credentials, or install software. The fourth category is romance fraud, and the FBI's data shows it is causing serious financial damage to older Americans, with $584 million in losses among adults 60 and older reported in 2025. These scams begin online with someone who builds a relationship over time before any financial request is made. By the time money is requested, the emotional connection is real. Because these losses carry shame, they are severely underreported. Every one of these scams relies on the same three conditions: an unexpected contact, a strong emotional response, whether fear, urgency, or affection, and pressure to act immediately without telling anyone. The FBI's specific guidance is to take a beat. When you receive an unexpected contact about money, benefits, or a security problem, stop before you respond. Do not act under pressure. Do not send money in any form based on an unsolicited contact. Verify every claim through official channels before doing anything else. For Social Security concerns, call 1-800-77-21213. For Medicare concerns, call 1-800-633-4227. If you or someone you know has experienced any of these scams, report it to the FBI at ic3.gov and to the FTC at reportfraud.ftc.gov. Those reports directly support law enforcement investigations. The AARP Fraud Watch Network helpline is available at 877-908-3360 for free guidance from trained fraud specialists. This video is for educational purposes only. I am not a licensed financial advisor, insurance agent, attorney, or tax professional. Everything discussed here is general information. Please consult a qualified professional before making any financial, insurance, legal, or tax decisions. This video was created using AI tools for educational purposes. Stay vigilant and protect your financial future.